Hello everyone, today we shall be discussing about the solution of a linear equation in one variable or the simple equation. The process of finding the value of unknown is called the solving the equation, and the value of the unknown after solving the equation is what we call the solution or the root of linear equation. To solve a real life problem, we need to understand the problem and convert it into a mathematical form. For that, we have to understand the fact from the problem. Then we have to denote the unknown quantity with some variable. After that, we have to establish a relationship between the known quantity and the unknown quantity. After that, we use the relationship to form an equation. For example, if I am saying twice a number increased by 12 equals to 24, then what will be the required linear equation? Here, the number is unknown. So if I denote the number with some variable, that is x, my statement was twice the number, that means 2 times of the x, increased by 12, that means adding 12 to it, gives, that means equal to 24. So this is the required linear equation in one variable. Similarly, if I am saying I am twice as old as my brother and the sum of our ages is 15. Since my brother's age is unknown, so if I denote my brother's age by some variable y, then my age will be 2 times of my brother, that is 2y. Then the situation says the sum of our age is 15, that means y plus 2y equals to 15, which gives us 3y equals to 15, which is the required linear equation in one variable, right? In order to solve the equation, we have a systematic way of solving a linear equation. In systematic way, we have two methods. The first method is method of balancing and the second method is method of transposing. Now, what happens in method of balancing? We balance the both sides of an equation by adding, subtracting, multiplying or dividing by some non-zero number, right? For example, taking the same case, that is 2x plus 12 equals to 24. If we have to find the solution of the root of equation by balancing method, first of all, here 12 is added to this variable. We will start with 2x plus 12 minus 12 equals to 24 minus 12. That means we subtract 12 from both sides of an equation. After that, we get 2x is equal to 12. Here 2 is multiplied to this variable x, so we divide both sides of an equation by 2. Here we get x is equal to 6. Thus, we say x is equal to 6 is the solution or the root of this given linear equation. If we take another example, that is 3y equals to 15. If we have to find a solution by the method of balancing, what we have to do, here 3 is multiplied to this variable, right? We will divide both sides by 3. We get y is equal to 5. So y is equal to 5 is the solution of this linear equation. Now, coming to the second method, that is method of transposing. In the method of transposing, what we do, we transpose or we move the terms from one side of an equation to other side. But what happens there? The sign of the terms gets changed. That is plus change into minus, minus change into plus, multiplication into division and division into multiplication. For example, taking the same case as here, that is 2x plus 12 equal to 24. Here we have to transpose this 12 from the left side of an equation to the right hand side. The next step, we get 2x is equal to 24 minus 12. Here 12 was plus, its sign changed after we transpose it. Next step, we get 2x is equal to 12. Here 2 is multiplied to this variable. If we transpose it, it will get divided. So x is equal to 12 divided by 2. We get x is equal to 6, which is the solution. Similarly, if we have to solve this 3y equal to 15 by the method of transposing, here we can see 3 is multiplied to this variable. After transposing, we get y is equal to 15 divided by 3. We get y is equal to 5, which is the required solution. In Cartesian plan, the graph of a linear equation is a straight line, either horizontal or vertical. If we have to draw the graph of this equation, x is equal to 6. X is equal to 6 Here in Cartesian plan, its graph is a straight line passing through 6 but parallel to y-axis. So its graph is a straight line passing through 6 parallel to y-axis. So this is x is equal to 6. Similarly, if we have to draw y is equal to 5, its graph is a straight line parallel to x-axis. So y is equal to 5, its graph is a straight line passing through 5 but parallel to x-axis, right? So we can conclude, if we have x is equal to a, while a is a non-zero real number, its graph is a straight line but parallel to y-axis. Similarly, if we have y is equal to b, while b is a non-zero real number, its graph is a straight line parallel to x-axis. Now, what happens if we have x is equal to 0? X is equal to 0 means the y-axis. Similarly, if we have y is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 means the x-axis. Now, what happens if we take two linear equations simultaneously? For example, if we take x is equal to a and y is equal to b, right? Where a and b are non-zero real numbers. X is equal to a means its graph is a straight line parallel to y-axis. So its graph will be something like this, straight line parallel to y-axis. Similarly, if we have y is equal to b, we know that its graph is a straight line. It is y is equal to b but parallel to x-axis. We can observe that these graphs intersect here. So what will be the coordinates of this point? The coordinates of this point will be a comma b. Now, where will these graphs, the x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0? We know that x is equal to 0 means the y-axis itself. Y is equal to 0 means the x-axis itself. We observe that these graphs intersect here. That is, their point of intersect is the origin. Now, linear equation has many real life applications. It is used to calculate speed, distance, time of any moving object. It is geometrical related problems can be solved using linear equations. It is used to calculate money and percentage related problems. That was all for today. Have a good time. Thank you so much.